For the last 22 years, Lexus has had the Lexus GX, the most poorly marketed, awesome vehicle. Yes, indeed. America has had the opportunity to buy one of the best off-road vehicles in the world for the last 22 years, the Lexus GX, aka the Land Cruiser Prado, and most Americans have no clue that it actually ever existed or what it can do both on and off-road. Lexus is out here today to change this. This is the Lexus GX550, the new upcoming generation of the Lexus GX, the Lexus GX550. This is a dealer boot camp, and they're trying to turn around what Lexus screwed up for the last 22 years, which is virtually zero marketing for one of the world's most awesome off-road vehicles, the Lexus GX. Now, it started out with the Lexus GX470 in 2002. Then it changed to the Lexus GX460. That's the current generation. And the upcoming generation is, of course, the Lexus GX550, which they're going to showcase here. This is the Lexus GX550. The first thing you can see is that it now clearly says what it is. I'm a Land Cruiser. And yes, this is a Land Cruiser if you didn't know. This is the closest thing you can get in the world, to the world market Land Cruiser 300 GRS. The closest thing we can get to that Land Cruiser, that world market Land Cruiser in America, is this right here, the Lexus GX550. This is the same vehicle as the full-on Land Cruiser 300 GRS in the world market. The only difference is the front locker is missing, the third row is missing, and about 60 horsepower is missing. Everything else is exactly the same, and Lexus wants you to know it. They want their dealers to know it. They want the whole world to know it now. Somebody somewhere in Lexus figured out once and for all that they screwed up in the American market, and for the past 22 years, people have been calling the GX a fancy 4Runner or a soccer mom mobile, or they just don't understand it. And the fact of the matter is the GX for the past 22 years has been the Land Cruiser Prado, a very, very, very supreme off-road vehicle. And Lexus wants you to know, look here, we're using this thing off-road. You're supposed to get this thing dirty. It is a Land Cruiser. What are you paying for with this price tag here? You're getting a Land Cruiser. So they're making it clear, and they want their dealers to know. So here they are off-roading, and they're getting this thing dirty. And it may not seem much to you, but trust me, the camera flattens this out, and this GX going through this obstacle course here is no joke. Most people won't get their any car, Jeep, Wrangler, a 4Runner, whatever, Ford Bronco, they won't get it this dirty. But here they are taking these brand new Lexus GX550s through this course here to show that indeed it will take you anywhere, and it will do so in style and comfort. And that's the whole point of the Lexus GX550 or Land Cruiser experience. It is a, quote, premium off-road experience. Why would you mix the two together, luxury and off-road? Why not? If you've tried it, you're never going back, because it's simply awesome. There's absolutely nothing more cozy than being luxurious and comfy off-road. Off-roading can be cold. Let's say it's a nippy day here. There's nothing nicer than having a heated steering wheel and a heating seat while you're doing all this off-roading stuff. Now, this course may seem mild again, but they really are giving it an effort here. Here you see, if we go back here, you're going to see this awesome system here. Whoops, it paused. This thing must be, there we go. Let's try pause. There we go. Here we go. So look at this. So this is the MTM, or multi-terrain monitoring system. This is on the Land Cruiser too, and this has been on older generations of GX in the world market and LXs and Land Cruisers. But the point is, they are showcasing here the MTM system here. So you see these yellow lines. This will actually show you your line or your tire, where your tires are, and the yellow. And the blue here is the outermost part of your car. And of course, the camera shows you where you cannot see. This is really, really good stuff when you're going off-road, because it helps you with your tire placement, and tire placement is everything off-road. Now here they're getting it tilted to the side a little bit, and again, the camera's going to flatten it out, but this is a pretty good tilt that they had back there. Getting it wet, showing you that Indeed, it can handle mud, this, that, and the other. Now, as far as off-road features, this thing has a rear locker, A-Track, MTS, MTM. It has crawl control, downhill assist, auto MTS, and a bunch of other features. So as far as features, it's feature-packed. You can't argue that Lexus is not trying to give it, or trying to give it their all here. Not, you get what I'm saying. They're trying to give it their all. Here they are going over the ridiculous amount of trims available, and there are a ridiculous amount. Here we can see premium, premium plus, luxury plus, blah, blah, blah. They're trying to educate the people on the trims. Now, the trims are a little bit confusing compared to the last generation GX, which the GX460 which was simple. You got everything. But this time around, unfortunately, only the GX550 Overtrail Plus gets all the off-road stuff, most notably EKDSS, or the awesome off-road on and off-road sway bar disconnect system. So you're only getting that in your Overtrail Plus trim. I don't know. They're getting them hyped up with a cute little board game there. But it's getting them hyped up. Now, all this may seem corny, but they're trying to get the dealers, they're trying to hammer it in what this car is. Yes, I know this is a little bit anachronistic because these days people educate themselves about cars on the internet. They don't wait till they get to the dealership to go, oh, what is a Lexus GX550? They go on Google, they go on YouTube, and they know what the car is beforehand. However, I think this is important to get the dealers up to date on what this car is because it helps spread the word and spread the idea of what this vehicle actually is. Now, if you didn't already know, you know, if you're already a fan of the Toyotas and Lexus and GX, you already know this. But this may indeed be new information for many people, including these dealers. Because, quite frankly, many of these dealers might not know what a Lexus GX is. You know, after all, dealers are dealers. They're not necessarily car enthusiasts. So this is a good thing that Lexus is doing because this is going to excite the driver. I don't care how boring this looks, they're getting excited because they're most likely not off-roaders, and they're taking these GXs in places and putting them up on angles that are uncomfortable for most people and most dealers. So it's getting the word out. Lexus is not playing around now. They are no holds barred when it comes to marketing. They're doing a polar opposite 180 of the past 22 years where they didn't tell anybody what the Lexus GX was, let alone the fact that it was Land Cruiser Prado. And in all of Europe, the Lexus GX is simply known as the Land Cruiser, not even Prado. Oh, and I'm not just talking about UK. I'm talking about all 50 plus European countries. The GX is simply the Toyota Land Cruiser. But nobody in America knew that. But Lexus is changing that right now. They're letting everybody know that this vehicle right here is the real deal.